Hey, everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. SonicWeb Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those you love will be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews, and E11 enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and Else. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com on over 40 podcast platforms, heard in over 100 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and also coming soon to HamiltonRadio.net, Diamonds FM, Oldies Radio, and few networks coming soon. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throat pillows, tote bags, hoodies, baseball gear. Makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books like Missing, Ones, Wrinkles, Victim of Shame. Also cool merchandise like T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, throw pillows, phone cases, and more. Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Check it out today. Also support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, themikewagnershow.com. And you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com at the Mike Wagner Show. Make sure you do so today. We're here with a terrific gentleman who's an actor, producer, writer, and award-winning from Des Moines, Iowa, and the founder of Shrinking Tree Productions. And his new release, TubeLords, will be on the Dances with Film's 25th anniversary. And so if you're a big Monty Python fan, you're going to love TubeLords. And he's experienced with a full frontal with a Samantha Bee, PBS American Portrait, 1 million XP. And of course, this new release is fast-paced comedy, which 2 grown men become mortal enemies because one wanted to put a hat on a dog. And one of the episodes revolves around once famous YouTubers struggling to come up with new ideas because their numbers are down. I mean, don't we all experience that? If you're having problems, you got to check this out. And of course, the company that he founded was originally a web design and developing company, just evolved into something better. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from Plus Studios outside of beautiful downtown Los Angeles, the amazing award-winning actor, producer, writer, founding Shrinking Tree Productions. Ladies and gentlemen, the man behind TubeLords, Justin Norman. Justin, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
What's great to have aboard as well, too, is your award-winning actor, producer, writer from Des Moines. You're a founder of Shrinking Tree Productions. Your new release, TubeLords, is a fast-paced comedy which 2 grown men become mortal enemies because one wanted to put a hat on a dog. And one of your episodes revolves around once famous YouTubers just trying to save a channel. It's trying to come up with idea after idea after idea, and the numbers are shrinking. And of course, you also won some awards too. That you also won a Green Light Award, a great Canadian comedy film, and a Best Director Award, and a lot more. And you also have been experienced with Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, PBS American Portrait, 1 million XP, and more. And before getting to all that, Justin, tell us how you first got started.
I got started with a competition called the 48-Hour Film Project. I'm not sure if your listeners are familiar with that, but the way it basically works is it's an international competition. They have local versions in different states. So I'm from Iowa, so I entered the Des Moines version of it. You sign up, and on Friday you draw a genre for your film out of a hat, and you are required to have a specific line of dialogue, a specific character, and a prop. And then within 48 hours, you have to write, shoot, direct, and edit a complete film, and they screen them all in the theater. And after the initial round of screening, there's like a final judging of the top 12 films. And yeah, it's a ton of fun. You get a lot of audience feedback, and you get the rare opportunity to see your stuff on a big screen in a theater with people. And so I joined that a little over 10 years ago now, and just really enjoyed it. All I had at the time was a little flip camera. It was like just a super low res camera that I borrowed from a friend, and I borrowed a copy of iMovie that was still on like a DVD disc, and installed that. And,
Oh my gosh, I remember those things. What? Flip cameras, everything like that. Boy, that's like a Back to the Future moment. I still have the old VHS cameras, like the Super 8 and everything else, like the little ones. It's like, boy, flashback all over again.
No, we were super limited in terms of technical capabilities, but you kind of just learn from that experience what it's like to try to write a story, and they have to be under 7 minutes long. So it teaches you how to get a grasp on the short form writing and storytelling. So yeah, really enjoy it, and really encourage other people to give it a shot if there's a version in your city.
Mm-hmm. We'll certainly do so. And what was it one precise moment that simply influenced you into what you're doing for the rest of your career?
I think it was really just watching the audience reaction to that very first 48-hour film in the theater with an audience. It wasn't a very good film, but it people laugh, and I didn't realize that that's something I could do, and it was just very nice to have people laughing at your jokes, and so I thought that'd be a pretty fun thing to keep pursuing with friends, and it's turned into something a bit bigger. So yeah.
I was gonna say, if I had 48 hours, I wouldn't know what to do, to be honest with you. This is probably our version of a film right here. So, and what was it one precise? And we asked that already. So, who are some of your favorite actors, actresses, and movies and producers you watched and grew up with?
I really like. It's a total cliche, but a lot of people love Will Ferrell. I love Will Ferrell stuff. I think one of my favorite shows is this probably a lesser known thing that he's done called The Spoils of Babylon, which is this mini series that I think aired on FX originally, but it's like a fake adaptation of a pulpy novel that they serialized, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really funny, and it's written by another guy from Iowa originally. His name's Andrew Steele. So yeah, really love that series, and I love Danny McBride is another really funny guy, writer and actor, and maybe director, who had a show called Eastbound and Down on HBO, and then I watched a lot of Adult Swim stuff too. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but Space Ghost Coast to Coast was something that I watched really early on. I think that
I remember that. And my boys love watching it. Yes.
Yeah, they just did some super strange stuff that was just wild to watch on TV. I remember one time so the show is normally 11 minutes long, and they doubled the length of the episode just so they could show Space Ghost crawling after an ant for a solid 11 minutes straight, just humming to himself, no dialogue or anything. He just crawling after an ant. So yeah, I think I was just really influenced by a lot of that early Adult Swim stuff.
Yeah, sounds rather fascinating. I think I'll go to Adult Swim after we're done with this here. And how about some other favorite comedians you enjoyed as well? Too, you talked about Will Ferrell, and how about some of the others that influenced you?
I'm trying to think right now. My brain's super wiped from travel, but those would be the main ones. I think it was really a lot of the Adult Swim stuff. So Sea Lab 2021, that was another one that I really liked. There was Aqua Teen Hunger Force, love that stuff. I think my influences are more centered around comedic filmmakers rather than stand-up comedians or things like that. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you talked about comedic filmmakers as well too. Who are some of your favorite producers and directors in terms of comedy?
I know one of the directors I really have enjoyed. Well, I love the Coen brothers. They have that just very dry humor running through a lot of their stuff, and I like some of the. I like this show called Children's Hospital. It's created by David Wayne, who famously directed the Wet Hot American Summer movie. So I love his way of directing actors and kind of having them really commit in a serious way to very, very stupid dialogue. I like David Gordon Green as a director. He directs a lot of Danny McBride stuff on Eastbound and Down, Vice Principals. and he does sort of a similar thing. It's they're very different shows, but I like the dramatic weight that they kind of give to very stupid dialogue and very stupid characters. So.
Oh, that's really interesting. I think I'll catch some of that. We'll talk about some of your experiences with Full Front with Samantha Bee, PBS American Portrait, 1 million XP, and also a bit more about TubeLords and more and some of your awards. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews, an evil love, and endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com on over 40 podcast platforms, heard in 100 countries. Take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast for great merchandise and more. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for missing, ones, wrinkles, and more. And great merchandise, Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Also support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com at the Mike Wagner Show. Make sure you do so today. We're here with award-winning actor, producer, and writer from Des Moines and founder of Shrinking Tree Productions, Justin Norman, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And you had experience with Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, PBS American Portrait, 1 million XP, and also you had been involved with like the Happiness Machine and more. And tell us about some of the works you've been involved in. What were they like?
Sorry, missed the question there. Could you repeat that?
No, I said you had Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, PBS American Portrait. You know, we'll talk about some experiences you had before starting TubeLords.
Oh, sure. Yeah, those are two really different experiences for PBS American Portrait. So that was this incredible documentary series that PBS put together by having these kind of short films that were about just ordinary people in different places around the United States, describe really common or like describe their lives, really significant moments in their lives. So I went around and interviewed and shot and kind of directed these very short segments that they were all, you know, like under a couple of minutes, and I got to hear some really powerful stories from people with just like very, very different backgrounds. So that was super interesting. It was just a really neat documentary project, and then they compiled a bunch of those short portraits into these kind of longer episodes that aired on PBS. So I was really happy to get to be a part of that. And then you know, as far as Full Frontal with Samantha Bee went, I got the great opportunity to be a part of an episode that they shot when they came to Iowa, and they were doing this time travel sketch at a local diner, and I got to kind of play this character who, you know, gets get murdered by one of the hosts. So I got to do kind of a very simple stunt, and that was a ton of fun. Yeah.
It sounded like a lot of fun too, and you also won some awards as well too, like with the Greenlight Grant from the Iowa Arts, great Canadian comedy film, best director, and everything else. Tell us about some of the awards you won.
Oh, sure, yeah. So I made this short film called "Enjoy Your Evening," which is kind of it's a film that's about the common experience that I think a lot of people have, where they get done with a meeting and they start walking back to their cars with the person they just met with, and they say goodbye, and then they find out the person's going the same direction as them, and it's kind of based on the idea of, what if that just kept going and going and going. And so it's kind of this nightmare scenario for this guy who's just interviewed for a job, and the interviewer happens to just keep following him at every turn and seems maybe a little bit more interested in him beyond the job position in a sort of creepy way. So I that short and screened at some festivals, including a wonderful festival called the Great Canadian Comedy Film Festival, and managed to win Best Director up there, and that was super great. And really loved that experience. What was the other one you asked about? Oh yeah, the Green Light Grant. Yeah. Yes. The Green Light Grant. Yeah, that's an Iowa thing. It's a great program that they just started a couple years ago to encourage filmmakers in the state, and that's put on by the Iowa Arts Council and a organization called Produce Iowa. And I wrote the script for TubeLords with my friend Jacob Withers, kind of put together this idea that I had put on hold for like a couple years, wrote this half-hour pilot, submitted it, and managed to win a $50,000 grant to make the pilot, which is now screening this weekend in LA. So
amazing as well, too. And we will talk about TubeLords in just 1 minute. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Most of Missing, available on Amazon paperback and ebook. We'll be back with award-winning producer, writer from Des Moines, Iowa, Justin Norman with TubeLords after this time out. We're back with actor, producer, writer, and award-winning Justin Norman on the Mike Wagner Show with TubeLords from Shrinking Tree Productions as part of the Dancing with Film's 25th anniversary. And if you like Mike Python, you're gonna love TubeLords. And tell us more about this. And we kind of relate to the YouTubers crashing as well too. So
yeah. So TubeLords is focused on the story of these 4 YouTubers who are they run the same channel that used to be really famous, and lately they're kind of down on their luck. The numbers are going down. They don't have as many subscribers, so they're trying to come up with ideas to kind of latch onto the latest trends and improve their subscriber count. So they decide that pranks are super hot right now, and they decide to go pull one on a local 70-year-old prank enthusiast named Charles, but they get that video sabotaged by their former stuntman, whose name is Jared. And Jared and Tim, who is one of the original founders of this channel, had just like a terrible parting of ways because Jared wanted to make videos centered on dogs wearing articles of clothing, which not normally wear. And Tim thought that was a stupid idea, so Jared left the channel, started his own, and it's much more popular than Tim's now. So the pilot centers on their kind of battle against each other.
It sounds like the YouTubers these days just having like numbers and everything else. And I was just looking some of that. You also had Laura and Otis and Ronnie, and also one of them as well too. I'm trying to remember. It's like, he was trying to do the dancing stunt like in tights and everything. It made me think of the guy from what was it, Tiger King.
Yeah, that's Jared that you're thinking of. Yeah, we did a coordinated dance sequence, which was super fun, and we did it in the middle of this small town Iowa town. We just had people driving by the whole time that we were shooting it, and kind of with very confused expressions on their faces, and it was a lot of fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun too. And what are some of the episodes and other plots you plan on featuring with TubeLords?
Well, right now we're really focused on just the pilot because it was an expensive thing to make, and the future of this show will kind of depend on how well it performs and whether or not we're able to get it picked up for more episodes. We've kind of planned out a show Bible for a full season, but we only know kind of just the very broad strokes of what that looks like, right? So we haven't like written out other episodes of it yet. So we're mostly focused on just kind of showcasing this pilot, and we think that the pilot tells enough of a complete story and leaves enough out there that people will probably be satisfied watching it and also want to see where it goes next.
Mm-hmm. And where can we find TubeLords at and all your works at, Tim or Justin?
I'd say the easiest way to do it is you can go to shriekingtree.com, and that's SHRIEKING tree.com. And that's my little production company. And that's where I've got all of my short films you can watch, enjoy your evening. The short that I mentioned earlier that won the award in Canada. And you can watch the trailer for TubeLords, and presumably at some point we will have the pilot available to watch as well. So if you want to keep up with all the stuff that I'm doing, check out shriekingtree.com.
We certainly would do so. We're here with Justin Norman of TubeLords here on the Mike Wagner Show. Justin, a couple of things here. What else can we expect from you in 2022 and beyond?
I just finished up a VR game that I worked on called Area Man Lives. So I want to mention that. That just went to the Cannes Film Festival. So the Cannes Film Festival actually does VR games, which I didn't know, but that's released on Oculus Quest, and you should check that out if you're interested in playing kind of a unique storytelling focused game that centers on the player playing the part of a local DJ in a radio station and solving a mystery. So check that out. And I'm working on another game called In Lukewarm Blood, which is a dark comedy game that's kind of an interactive film, sort of like if you've seen Bandersnatch, which is an episode of Black Mirror on Netflix. You'll be able to control what the main character says in terms of the dialogue lines. And you can kind of have the story shoot off in a whole bunch of different crazy directions based on what you pick for him to say. So that's the next big thing that I'm focused on. And I'm doing that with Jacob Withers, who co-wrote TubeLords with me. And looking forward to putting together a demo of that and having that publicly available before the end of the year.
And we're certainly looking forward as well, too. And when I thought about a DJ at a radio station solving a mystery, it reminded me of a one Scooby-Doo episode where the DJ was trying to, get him on a clue, but then end up in the end. It's like, oh, Scooby Snacks, and I'll continue playing on the air.
Yeah.
So we have all that. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Biggest influence in my career? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think that I can chalk that up to one single person, but I would say that a lot of the Adult Swim shows that I grew up with, Space Ghost, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Sea Lab, those were all huge influences in kind of forming my sense of humor. So I would say just Adult Swim in general.
That sounds amazing. I'll check out Space Ghost afterwards and after this. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Oh, if you want to make films, get out and just start shooting stuff. A lot of people that I know take a lot of time just kind of kicking around a concept and talking about how they want to make idea X, Y, or Z. Filmmaking equipment's super affordable right now, and I would just suggest that people go out and trial and error their way through filmmaking and kind of learn as they go.
We certainly would do so, and we encourage everybody to do that. Once again, we're with actor, producer, writer, award-winning Justin Norman of TubeLords here on the Mike Wagner Show. Justin, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Make sure you keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. We wish you all the best. Once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact? Where can people check out TubeLords and all your other works at?
Yeah, if you're in the Los Angeles area, check out the TubeLords premiere this Saturday at the TCL Chinese Theater at 2:30 p.m. We'd love to have you out to the premiere screening. And if you want to check out some of my other short films online, or if you want to see the trailer for TubeLords, go to www.shriekingtree.com.
We will certainly do so. Once again, Justin, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you soon. Make sure you keep us up to date. Keep in touch. We wish you all best. You've got a great future ahead of you.
Thanks for having me on, Mike.